Hey guys, welcome to complete revision of current affairs. Today we are going to cover current affairs from 13th June to 19th June. So let's get started. UNGA adopts resolution on multilingualism, mentions Hindi language for the first time. Multilingualism means what? Many languages. Okay, so basically an approach that considers many languages as a part of working languages for UN. So the United Nations General Assembly has adopted an India-sponsored resolution on multilingualism that mentions the Hindi language for the first time. The resolution passed encourages UN to continue disseminating important communications and messages in official as well as non-official languages, including Hindi language. So Hindi language will be a non-official language. There are only 2 or 3 official languages in United Nations. One is French, second is English, and I believe third is Arabic, but you guys can check out on that. The resolution also mentions Bangla and Urdu for the first time. Britain's Queen becomes the world's second longest reigning monarch. Britain's Queen Elizabeth II overtook Thailand's king to become the world's second largest reigning monarch in the history after Francis Louis XIV. UK has been celebrating 96-year-old Queen's Platinum Jubilee to mark 70 years of service to the nation with grand events. Crowned in so-and-so, Queen Elizabeth became the longest-serving British monarch in 2015, surpassing her great-grandmother, longest-serving British monarch. Okay, and now she is world's second longest-serving monarch. It's not particularly an important news for us, but we should know that she is the second longest reigning monarch, the first being Francis Louis XIV. Teenager Rahul Srivastava becomes India's 74th Grandmaster. Rahul Srivastava P of Telangana has become India's 74th Grandmaster, achieving the title after breaking 2,500 barrier in live FIDE ratings during 9th Cattolica Chess Festival 2022 in Italy. Please find out what is ELO points, and if there's a term called Grandmaster, what are the other terms? There are 3 other terms that you should be taking a look at. Okay, you can find all the relevant information on wiki page of International Chess Rankings. Okay, so go to the page, read a little bit about it. What are ELO points? That also you will know. Omnicard becomes first RBI licensed PPI to launch cash withdrawal across all ATMs pan-India. Payment solution provider Omnicard has announced that it became the first RBI licensed PPI, which means prepaid payment instrument, to launch cash withdrawal using a RuPay Power card from any ATMs across the country. The move came in after RBI permitted the non-bank licensed entities to enable cash withdrawals from digital wallets. So this will be pretty good, because now if you have some money in the digital wallet, a lot of times what could happen is sometimes the digital wallet is not acceptable. Sometimes merchants might insist only on some kind of a cash payment, and supposing you hold a lot of cash in your digital wallet, unless and until somebody accepts it, you're not going to be able to pay using that. So here, once cash withdrawals from digital wallets are permitted, it means that you can convert any any points or anything that you have in your digital wallet in terms of currency. You can just withdraw it in terms of cash, which is a good thing, because a lot of digital wallets have sometimes they pay back points in terms of digital wallet currency. Sometimes your returns or refunds could come as your digital wallet currency. So having something that allows you to actually take out the money and use it is important, because even though we have a lot of digital payment acceptance now, eventually it could also change, because we were having digital payments majorly because of several several events. For example, demonetization, cash was not available, and COVID, there was no other way around digital payments, right? So the point is, we have to make sure that we are kind of like having some cash at some point, right? So that is the entire thing here. So let's move on. India finalized deals for cheetahs from South Africa and Namibia. So we are trying to make cheetahs a part of wildlife because cheetahs are already extinct in wild. So this is the term, extinct in wild in India, which means they do not exist in forests. All the cheetahs that we have exist in captivity, which means zoo or zoo or such institutions where cheetahs could be kept. So we need to bring back cheetahs because they are on the verge of becoming extinct in India. And if any species gets extinct, it is not really a great thing to watch. Neither it is good for the ecosystem, nor it is since we go ahead and destroy their homes, we should take responsibilities of preserving their natural rights. So basically, this is what we've been trying to do. Now, similarly, you might also know that currently there are only lions in Gir, Gujarat. We are trying to relocate the lions to some other forests also, because the limited territorial reach of lions could be hazardous in case they get a disease and they are not able to sustain it. Okay, so a single viral infection could kill all of them, and we will not have any lions left. So we have finalized some locations for that also. So you might, if you are interested, you might take a look at it by saying tiger relocation. Okay, tiger relocation from Gujarat, and you'll see that where all we have finalized the sites to be, and what is the plan and how the relocation happens. Okay, let's take a look at the news. The Indian government has finalized deals with South Africa and Namibia to get the planet's fastest animals, cheetahs, that became extinct in India and will be released into the wild at Kuno Palpur, Madhya Pradesh by the end of 2022. Initially, this name is important, okay? This is very important, Kuno Palpur. Initially, a memorandum of understanding will be signed for 10 years, which can be extended to another 5. There will be 12 cheetahs from South Africa and 8 from Namibia, and more will be followed in subsequent years. So there will be additions, but right now we are looking at 20 cheetahs in total. GOI launched Agnipath military recruitment scheme. This is a very interesting bit because again, this is something that pertains to a huge chunk of youth, and we should have some kind of views regarding this particular scheme because it is going to affect a lot of people. The Indian government has announced Agnipath military recruitment scheme, a 4-year, 10-year scheme for defense troops. The scheme will facilitate the induction of more troops for short-term tenures. The scheme has been planned and is being implemented by Department of Military Affairs. Agnipath is a short-term service youth recruitment scheme for the armed forces that operates across India. Agniveers will be the name given to those chosen for the scheme, and they'll serve in a variety of terrains such as desert, mountains, land, sea, and air. So basically, this bit is absolutely not important because obviously they're going to become a part of the army. So they'll serve wherever the army serves. Okay, military per se. So we should be able to think about the pros, cons, the short-term effects, the long-term effects, and the positives and negatives of the scheme. Because it is going to be one of the most important schemes launched with respect to employment in India. Okay. Again, we also have to understand the agenda behind this particular scheme. So what all possible agendas could be there? What could be the future? So you might try and sit down and think logically for everything. Okay. In order to generate points for yourself. Such an exercise is important because when we go for personal interviews, and if you are if they ask you about something related to current affairs, you should be able to give them some points, and unless and until you're in the habit of generating points, it will be a little bit difficult for you to say anything. Okay, so please make sure that you are indulging 5 to 10 minutes every day thinking about some important current affair based scenarios and trying to analyze them. Finally, Microsoft's Internet Explorer retiring after 27 years. This news has been put here because this was one of the most this was the ubiquitous software which we used to download every other software. So since it was always included by default, and there were no other means of getting any other you can say search engines or explorers. So basically, it is a huge landmark in technical history when the by default uh, web surfer is finally going down. Microsoft has announced the retirement of 27-year-old Internet Explorer as the firm's oldest browser. Okay. It will be completely phased out from June 15. A year ago, Microsoft said that it was putting an end to Internet Explorer on June 15, 2022, pushing users to its Edge browser, which was launched in 2015, Edge browser. Okay, so what is the replacement of Internet Explorer? Edge browser. Neeraj Chopra sets new national record with 89.3 meter javelin throw. India's ace javelin thrower Neeraj Chopra set a new national record as he threw 89.3 meters at the Paavo-Nurmi Games in Finland. Chopra's earlier national record was 88.07 meters, which he had set in Patiala in March last year. He had won Tokyo Olympics gold with a throw of 87.58 meters. And the most interesting bit is, even after this throw, which basically bested his Olympian throw by quite a distance, he still did not get the gold in this particular games. Okay, somebody else got the gold with a even higher record. So the point is, whatever will happen in Olympics, you can see that we are probably looking at a major push at this number. Okay, so that means a real consistent improvement for the upcoming Olympics can be seen. It will be very interesting to see what happens next. IMD's World Competitiveness Index 2022, India ranked 37th. India has seen the sharpest growth among the Asian countries with a 6th position jump from 43rd to 37th rank on the annual World Competitiveness Index. The index has been compiled by Institute for Management Development. Please take a look at the ranks. We are now at 37. We were previously at 43rd. Okay. Who has given? IMD or Institute for Management Development. What is this index about? World competitiveness. Okay. If you wish, you may take a look at what all are the vectors or the verticals that they check, attributes that they check before giving these rankings. You may find out more about it if you wish to. Government establishes 10% quota for Agniveers, alters upper age limit. So basically, after the Agniveer scheme, Agnipath scheme was announced, there were riots in the country by some people who are aspiring defense personals, and it could have been because they felt cheated by such a scheme. It could have been because they felt unsure about their future, or it could simply be some malicious intent that was involved in such kind of activities. Whatever the case may be, it pushed government to give more clarity about the future of the aspiring Agniveers, or rather the defense personals, aspiring defense personals, and government sort of has complied by establishing some person quota for people who will be taken in via Agnipath scheme. So let's take a look. Following widespread opposition to Agnipath plan, the center announced 10% reservation for Agniveer in the Central Armed Police Forces and Assam Rifles recruitment. So basically, the people who join army via Agnipath scheme will get reservation of 10% in Central Armed Police Forces and Assam Rifles. If you don't know what is CISF, CAPF, CRPF, just take a look at these different forces, police forces. Okay, these are different types of you can say armed forces and these come under the center. Okay, so these have a different kind of function. All three of them have a different kind of function. So you might want to look at them. Assam Rifles is a basically a part of army. The Ministry of Home Affairs also decided to grant 3-year age relaxations to Agnipath in the CAPF and Assam Rifles who are between the ages of 17.5 and 21. So what exactly is happening? The entry, the maximum entry age for some of these services is very low. Okay, for those particular posts. So the center is giving them some kind of relaxation so that after moving out of the army, they have acceptability. Otherwise, they'll not be eligible for these forces as well, or CAPF or Assam Rifles as well. So there has to be some age eligibility above which you cannot apply. So they're trying to relax that for these people. Notably, initially, a class of recruits will be given a 5-year extension on the maximum age limit. So those will be initially recruited will be given a 5-year extension. So if they come out, say at the age of 22, they'll get a 5-year relaxation. So by the time they are 27, they can still go. So this is done keeping in mind, because if somebody is 21, they'll serve for some time as Agniveer, and then they'll basically go on and try to join somewhere. So if they serve for 4 years, because Agniveer is a 4-year commission. So at the age of 25, they should be able to enter. That's the entire point. Okay. So that is why the relaxation is being provided. So if they come out at the age of 25, they have some option of moving to some other armed force. Okay, so that exactly is the idea here. So that's all from me for today, guys. If you like the video, please let us know in the comment section. If you want something from us, please let us know that as well. Hit the like button if you want to see more of our recommendations and our recommended videos. We are creating videos for MBA entrance exams, IELTS, GRE, GMAT, etc. So if you are interested in all these, please take a look at our channel. If you think that we can help you or anyone that you know to join their dream B school, if you think that we are worth taking a look at, please take a look at us. You may find several videos for you to sample on our channel, and our our website is tarkashastra.co.in. So please take a look at us if you really want to end up in your dream B school, because I assure you that will help you not only get there, will also help you till your entire admission process is completed. That's all from me. I'll see you again later. Bye bye.